Justice finally catches up with the bestial overlords of one of Nazidom's worst prison camps, the brutal masters of Belsen, where thousands of prisoners of war met death in huge gas chambers, enter the court at Lüneburg, Germany. Female members of the elite guard, among them Irma Gresse, who beat their prisoners with whips and set dogs on them, are in the roundup. Allied judges will decide the war criminal's fate. Each has been provided with an Allied officer to act as defense counsel. Joseph Kramer, number 1, was camp commander. He is known as the Beast of Belsen, but he and his fellow brutes are well on their way to being tamed. No punishment will ever equal their crimes.
The appeal of the National War Fund and your local community war fund is a human appeal for 3 causes. For continued friendly services for the men and women who still have a job to do in the armed forces. For health and welfare services of our own people at home. And for relief and assistance for the war-stricken people of liberated countries, our allies who fought by our side. We have won the victory of arms. Now let us push on to greater conquests, to the total victory of human justice and decency and faith in mankind. Let us be generous, and let us give abundant thanks to God in victory by showing our generosity.
Arriving at Oakland, California airport next door to his Berkeley home, Admiral Chester W. Nimitz, Commander-in-Chief of the Pacific Fleet, presents his wife with the traditional gift from Hawaii and receives a warm greeting in return. Next to welcome him is Governor Warren of California. These newsreel and Coast Guard pictures record a great hero's return. In Washington, Sergio Osmena holds a conference with President Truman to discuss Philippine reconstruction problems. Accompanying the island president is Paul V. McNutt, Philippines High Commissioner. Relief for a brave people is at hand. Touching at England's shores en route to France, the Duke of Windsor, accompanied by his Duchess, for the first time in 5 years, catches a glimpse of his homeland. The pair will make a short stay on the continent, intending to return to England soon to look for a permanent home. At Le Havre, France, the Duke and his American Duchess disembark for Paris. Another step on the long road home. They may look like something fresh from Mars, but these frogmen, members of the British Navy and Marines, performed one of the most difficult and dangerous tasks of the Normandy invasion. Men overboard to show how it's done. These expert swimmers are a precision underwater demolition team. It was their job to destroy any submerged obstacle that would impede or endanger landing craft. In a swimming pool, they demonstrate the technique by which they carried out their assignment. Submarine nets are no barrier. This school of human submarines makes an efficient and deadly fighting force. On the other side of the world at Balikpapan, American frogmen prepare for action under actual battle conditions. They are fully equipped as they go over the side. Explosive packs are thrown after them. Navy and newsreel cameras show the speed with which the men get into action. These operations are often undertaken under murderous sniper fire. But once a barrier is reached, it is removed. Perfect timing is necessary for the operation. But here's the lad with real timing. He must snatch the swimmers out of the water while his boat is moving at full speed. If he misses, the craft must circle and return, still under fire. But his record is perfect. Unsung heroes revealed only as the curtain falls on global war.
In this corner, the Detroit Tigers. Commissioner Happy Chandler is here to see the Chicago Cubs take on the American League champs. The Cubs pick Hank Borowy to pitch the opening game against the Tigers, who choose Newhouser to toss for them. Friends for a moment are manager O'Neill of the Tigers and Chicago's Grimm. And when Commissioner Chandler throws out the first ball, 54,000 wait expectantly. They haven't long to wait either, for the fireworks start in the very first inning. Johnson of the Cubs connects for a single that puts the first man on base. Phil Cavaretta is the next man up for the Cubs, and he slams a hot one to second base, and as Johnson goes on to third, he just beats out the throw. With a man on first and third, Andy Pafko is up, and then it happens. A pitch gets away from the catcher, Paul Richards, and Johnson romps in for the first run of the game. Bill Nicholson comes up next, and even with 2 out, Newhouser is in a spot. And, brother, this is it. A powerful blow that goes way out and bounces off the center field wall, bringing in Cavaretta, who steps along to cross the plate with the second run, followed by Pafko with number 3, as Nicholson goes on to third with a triple. It's a fateful first inning as Mickey Livingston belts a single, sending Nicholson on from third to tally the 4th and final run for this inning. Leading 7-0 going into the 7th inning, the Cubs rub it in as Cavaretta smashes a long drive into right field that looked like a homer before the ball left his bat. That makes it curtains for the Tigers in this first series game, 9-0 in favor of Chicago, one of the worst defeats in series history. But the wounded Tigers have plenty of fight left.